So you're using just the syringe. Okay. Versus the tube. Okay.
Now I'm going to mark it with this. Now I'm going to use it with
Okay. So it's blowing further, or not as far as the other one. Why do you think that is?
Because some is escaping here.
Oh, some air might be escaping at the beginning.
And then again.
Well, that's also thinking about how long the tube is, right? So does the air have to travel longer with the tube? Right?
And it kind of like
the same time. Wow, well, great discovery, Zev. Nice. All right, hands on top. All right, I see some good discoveries. I see someone was using their syringe to push air onto an item that was on their table. But when they used the tube, it took a little longer. So I love seeing that exploration. So let's now explore another way air can travel. This time we're going to use our binder clips to crimp our tubes. So you're going to put your tubes on top of your syringe. And then remember, you're going to fold. You can fold, or you can just put it at the very tip of your tube. If you need help, please let me know. Yes. Alright, then once you have it crimped, go ahead and not practice, but go ahead and use the syringe to put air through it. Alright, so you have to bend
it will do barely air. But actually, barely. I barely feel air. Look how long.
Alright, Mateo, what are you discovering as you are trying to push air into there?
I'm discovering this is more stronger. When I pull it goes back, and then when I press it, it goes back again.
It goes back again? So you say it's stronger? Oh, also, actually, wait, let's see. I think that it's crimp it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it's a little harder to push and pull? Yes, I can crimp it for you. Alright. How's it for you, Quinn? What did you notice? Oh, be careful over there, please. It's harder? Why do you think it's harder to push it?
I can't pull it. I can't hold it. I know why it's harder. It takes air in pushing it back. Since it's blocked, there's no air to get in, so it's hard to pull it back.
Pull back and pull in, right? You have to be like super strong to pull that air in. You know what that's called? A pressure, right? Pressure is making it hard.
I'm doing it.
You're doing it? Okay, now presto. Now you want to press. Nice. So, ooh, look at that. Okay. Oh, you need to pull out that? Yes. You can't push because why? Holding away. Hey, have you tried? Let's see. If we... Okay, push a little bit now. Okay, what did you notice? Go all the way. Okay, now let's pull it all the way up there. Okay. Okay, now we have some more air in there, right? Okay, now you try. It goes less? Feels like it goes less? Why do you think that is? You don't know? Well, what's trapped in there? Air, right? Okay, so now it's in one place. So when you're pressing it, it's moving around. Okay, now, okay. Try again.
Inside of the tube.
Nice. Keep exploring. Hands on top. All right, please come to the carpet with just your bodies and not your items, please, so we can discuss what we've been discovering. All right, thank you for coming quietly to the carpet. All right, waterfall, waterfall. All right, just our bodies, just our bodies. Thank you. All right, come up here, please, Valeria, up here. Thank you. Okay, let's look at our focus question. Can I have Shada, please, nice and loud, read our focus question.
What happens when air is pushed into a smaller space?
All right, so what happens, thank you, Shada, what happens when air is pushed into a smaller space? So let's think about that question for a moment and what tools we are playing with at our seats. Okay, so let's think about that. Because then we're going to do a turn and talk. So once you have your thought in your head, show me a thumb to your chest, please. Thumb to your chest. All right, and there are no wrong answers, okay? Because we are investigating and discovering what air is. All right, you're going to turn to an elbow partner. Please turn to your elbow partner. Perfect. You're going to be a potato.
What happens
Pardon?
air gets pushed into a smaller Okay. When I was trying, the air pressure would get so strong that it would break. That would get open. So it would come out. Okay. So what happens when the air is pushed into a small times?
Thanks for those 10 arms. I'll give us 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So, can I have Lydia please share what you and Davis discussed in your turn and talk? Nice and loud?
I discussed that air is something that you can't feel, but it's always around you.
Air is something that you can't feel, but is always around you. Oh, I mean, that technically it is, right?
Air is kind of like a gas. Air is kind of like a gas.
Sorry, just one more time. Air is kind of like a gas. Okay? Is that something you knew beforehand or something you discovered now? You already knew that. Okay. All right. And then, Elijah, what did you and your partner discuss about what happens when air is pushed into a smaller space?
When air is pushed into a smaller space, it starts fogging up.
Oh, you noticed that it started fogging up? Okay, so you noticed that too? Wonder why that is. And then Meek, what did you and me speak about what happens when the air is pressed into a smaller space?
When the air is pressed into a smaller place, it needs a bigger place because there's not enough space for the air, so it's kind of clumping together.
The air is kind of clumping together into that smaller space. Very nice of me. So what we're going to, and thanks for sharing your thoughts and your discoveries. What we're going to do next is you're going to now work with a partner where you're going to use 2 syringes and work together. You're going to try pushing and pulling with your syringes to see what happens with the air. You get to play a little tug-of-war with your syringes. Okay? So let's all walk to our seats and let's try that. I have videos.
Let's use a nice raw material. This thing, right? See, if mine goes out, yours goes in. See, I noticed that before. Mine comes in when yours goes in. Actually, I noticed something.
For this part, we do not need the clips.
That would.
Okay, so I can play with you a little bit. All right. All right. Let's try. Go. You push. Push. But we're putting on this, right? Okay, my turn. Okay. So what are we noticing? When yours push, mine pulls out. Okay, I'm gonna push as well. And what do you notice with that? When I push, yours pulls out. All right, want to try pushing at the same time? Let's try. Ready? Ooh. Oh, I feel that. What do you feel? I'm winning. What are you feeling? Why do you think it's getting harder for us to push now?
No.
So the air is stuck inside? It's going back and forth. Okay, that's a good discovery, isn't it? So it looks like the smaller the space. Oh. Ooh. Okay, try again. Alright. I'm going to be right back. Can I have one of you also play with her as well? Maybe we can go closer over here. Oh. What discovery did we make here, Miles? Okay, so let's see it. So what are we doing here, Miles? Be careful though, be careful.
Okay, guys, watch out, watch out.
Oh, yeah, be careful. Why is that happening? The air pressure. Ooh, look at that air pressure pushing back. Okay, now what if you did it on this side? So Miles, you can go.